What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and the media is salivating over this throwaway line from Elon Musk. Apparently, Twitter's filing bankruptcy, as well as more articles from outlets like Mashable, a leftist media outlet, saying Twitter is dead. It's all over. By the way, shout out to everyone. At some point I probably won't work Saturdays, but I'm really glad that you tuned in. And if you're here and you aren't currently a subscriber, I hope today will be the day. Earn your subscription. There's a little button down below to subscribe. It's very difficult to find my videos in YouTube search, and it helps the channel immensely when you subscribe. So please, I do appreciate it. Elon Musk reportedly said Twitter could file for bankruptcy next year. I don't know about all that. Elon Musk's tenure at Twitter is getting bumpier. It got even bumpier on Thursday as he reportedly told employees during an emergency all-hand meeting that he cannot rule out the company filing for bankruptcy in the next year. Musk made the announcement during the all-hands meeting after an employee asked about the company's current run rate, according to both the information and platformer managing editor Zoe Schiffer. And we've got this one too. This person is hilarious. We'll get to that in a minute. Musk also reportedly told employees that if they weren't physically at the office 40 hours a week, they might as well file for the resignation letters. Musk has been adamant about workers returning to the office, even though Twitter previously allowed workers to work from anywhere. Several Twitter executives have stepped down within recent days, including Chief Information Officer that announced they were leaving the firm earlier Tuesday. Look, these executives probably work from home just as much as anybody, and they're the ones with enough money to peace out. I mean, I assume that's what's happening here. Like, they have big fat salaries. They had big fat stock options that got paid out. And so they're just noping out because they've gotten used to working from home, or they've adjusted their lifestyle around working from home, and they're just peacing out. Or maybe they don't want to work. They don't want to go be back in the rat race now, which is essentially what it seems like Elon's making them do. He's making everyone start over. In addition to Kistner, Twitter's head of ad sales, Robin Wheeler, and head of trust and safety, Yoel Roth, have left the company. Wheeler hosted a Twitter Q&A with Musk on Wednesday, designed to help relax advertisers' concerns that it would be able to moderate user content enough to prevent the spread of misinformation and the fake hate speech. Well, I mean, have you felt like quote-unquote misinformation has been worse on Twitter? I talked about this the other day. I don't really feel like my Twitter experience is different at all. The turmoil comes as Musk attempts to monetize Twitter in any way, including in introducing a controversial $8 per month verification badge. But trolls have already found a way to abuse the service by signing up for new accounts, purchasing the badge, and masquerading as influential figures. In a rare move, the FTC issued a warning to Twitter, with a spokesperson saying the commission is watching closely with, quote, deep concern. It's so funny how... I mean, like, if you want to know how corrupt the system is, where the hell were all these organizations 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. You know, all these, oh, Twitter's dead, Twitter's dying. It's been a week. They only care because Elon owns it now. A number of big-name advertisers, including Volkswagen, GM, and General Mills, have pulled or paused advertising. None of them pulled. They all just paused. Since then, I feel like I have to editorialize every single piece of reporting because it's all so ridiculous. So this is Zoe Schiffer, managing editor at Platformer, something that nobody reads. You see, on November 10th, new senior member of Twitter's legal team just posted this message in Slack. Everyone should know that our chief information officer and chief compliance officer all resigned last night. This news will be buried in the return to office drama. I believe that is intentional. You see, 22 hours ago, LOL, Twitter sent an HR email to every laid-off employee acknowledging it's late getting people their separation agreements and release of claims, but the company messed up the BCC, so it has become a reply all catastrophe. I mean, this person's trying to make their entire career off of coping and seething about Twitter, and it seems to be working. Twitter has suspended the launch of Twitter Blue and is actively trying to stop people from subscribing to help address information issues. The announcement was posted on Slack, quote, an update on what we did tonight, hid the entry point to Twitter Blue, added an official label for only advertisers. Note, here is the least Here is at least one way users for sign up for Blue. Legacy Blue owners can still go to subscriptions and upgrade. Note, existing Blue subscribers will still have access to their Blue features. Twitter has also disabled Blue from being purchased on Apple iOS. Okay. Could Twitter go bankrupt? Why Elon Musk talk of Twitter bankruptcy is premature. Yeah, no kidding. I think that Musk he's just, everything's always on the table. I don't think he's actually thinking about declaring bankruptcy. Now, there are a lot of reasons or possibilities for why he might declare bankruptcy with the company because, it's got a lot of bloat. It's got a lot of debt. These are things that, sometimes are a part of a restructure. And so it might be interesting to see. Then you have this Cope piece from Mashable. Twitter is dead. Maybe. The best 9 tweets of the week. Things for Twitter have gone from bad to worse to awful. What's worse than awful? Everything is borderline apocalyptic on the app. Again, really? Is that your experience? It's not been mine. It's basically the same in every way it's always been. Like, I don't think that anything has changed for me. Has it changed for you other than like seeing a few more blue check marks? Folks, he said, allegedly there's nothing wrong here. If you create a Twitter Blue verified account with a bank's name and register a fake domain close enough to the bank's URL, all you have to do is make a fake login page and collect the login password combos allegedly. Yikes. You can see I can't think of 3 people who've had a worse month reputationally. Kanye, Elon, and Trump. Again, with who? The people that already hated him? I mean, everybody, I don't know. I would have to really talk to an actual employee at the company who isn't politically biased. I really think almost everybody in that company probably hates him. I really do think that. And nobody's emailed me to tell me any differently. And you have like this article to like 2 weeks of chaos inside Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter. Mr. Musk ordered immediate layoffs, fired executives by email, and laid down product deadlines, transforming the company. That seems like an awesome thing to do. That seems like exactly what a new leader would probably do. Like, I don't really understand. The fallout has been excruciating. According to 36 current and former Twitter employees and people close to the company, as well as internal documents and workplace chat logs, some top executives were summarily fired by email. Don't care. One engineering manager, upon being told to cut 100 workers, yacked into a trash can. Others slept in the office as they worked grueling schedules to meet Musk's orders. Twitter, which is under financial pressure from debt and a slumping economy, is now unrecognizable with what it was a month ago. Is it? I don't. And what, again, in what way? Like, in what way is this anything like what? Nothing's changed. There's a massive negative cash flow and bankruptcy is not out of the question, he said, according to a recording heard by the New York Times. Mr. Musk asked that they would need to work strenuously to keep the company afloat. Those who are able to go hardcore and play to win, Twitter is a good place, he said. And those of you who are not, totally understand, but then Twitter's not for you. This is exactly what I was talking about. He is grinding these snowflakes down to find the 1,500 people who can really flourish. It's unlikely that everybody Twitter hired is complete trash. I mean, I know, I hear you, but like it's very unlikely. He's trying to find the 1,000 to 1,500 people that can do the work of 3,000. And when he does that, he'll be able to get rid of all the, that'll help negative cash flow significantly. I don't know what the exact savings were, but, from hiring or from firing, let's say 4,000 people. But I'm going to assume that their salaries were close to $200K each. That's kind of the average that everybody's been doing. So, I mean, like, that's not nothing. I mean, that's a big check. That's what, $800 million in salaries cut on day one. It's probably worse than that, especially with the advertising economy. But No, I don't think bankruptcy's actually on the table. I think that he's just saying, like, he's just analyzing the situation for as dire as it actually is. Twitter's not going anywhere. 6 months from now, it's going to be better than it ever was. I'm 100% certain on that. As long as they bring back all the banned accounts. He needs to do that sooner than later. If he wants to increase account use on the platform, although that is kind of an ace in the hole, like, he needs to maybe just keep his head down for a week or two and work, restructure, get that done. And then, like, maybe on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, he can restore all these accounts. That would actually be very Elon, by the way. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. And we'll talk to you again real soon.